Potomac. I'm also watching Miami. Did you guys see that Potomac has great numbers and Miami has great numbers? So we have some hits on our hands. I'm really curious what you guys think about this season of Potomac and this season of Miami. So we'll factor that in. If we have time here, let's discuss Potomac and Miami. But before we get to Beverly Hills, let's deal with a few things Jersey related. Here's the first thing I want to talk about. Lots of you have been slipping into my DMs, and it has taken me this long to talk about it. It's only like a week later. This whole thing that kind of resulted from BravoCon with Tamrat, we have a rat. The rat is scurrying, and the rat's name is Tam. And I have nothing against Miss Judge, but you guys call her Tamrat. I mean, it's kind of fitting, right? We have a little rat that's scurrying, and her name is Tam. I wish you well, Tamra. But Tamra is in it with Teresa, and that's our girl, right? It's kind of like we're a family here. I would protect Messy G and Josefina Gorgasita too if Tamrat came for them, right? These are our Jersey people, so keep your shit on the West Coast over there. I'm in Sag Harbor, the Hamptons today, so I have my East Coast vibes on here. Stay out of our backyard, Tam. Stay out of our backyard. Like whether you love Teresa or not, she's our Trey. Us East Coasters here and here at Patreon. So, don't come for our girl, Tamra. Now, if you look through the history, I looked through some history, Tamara has been having Teresa's name in her mouth for a really long time. In the past year, now that Tamara has a microphone in front of her as well, she has said at times, not today, jailbird. Well, first of all, we love someone, taking one of our good Candy Gal, taking a Candy Gal reference and using it to their own advantage. So she said, not today, jailbird. She said, Teresa is the most overrated housewife. She said, Teresa is the queen of denial. So Tamara and Teresa have this history. Look, they've worked it out. Teresa gets upset, but now the rat that is Tam has come for, look, you hit Teresa, she hits back and she can take it, or she just ignores you because she doesn't give a fuck. But when you come for the family, and the family includes Louis, Mr. Ruelas, so now Tamara has said, at BravoCon that he is the worst house husband. She wasn't even asked this question, by the way. She chimed in when the panel was asked who's the worst house husband, and Tamara said Louis. Well, obviously that does not go down well with Miss Giudice. So Miss Giudice is not pleased with a rat that is Tam. And again, I wish you luck, Tamara. I have nothing against Tamara. Just like we have Josefina Gorgasita and Messy G. This is her nickname. She is the rat that is Tam. I don't know how else to refer to her. So Teresa has clapped back at Tamara saying, you're miserable. Let's dissect these statements of Teresa's. Y'all say she ain't the sharpest tool in the shed, but Teresa she got some points here. So she says that Tamara is miserable. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I mean, Tamara, she's really into this life of hers over here, right? By the way, just for 1 minute, let's do a tangent because everyone loves my tangents. Speaking of Tamara and being miserable, because she's made one of my lists this year, we are bringing back. I did this in the beginning, kind of got lost. We've been really busy. I am bringing back one of your guys' favorite things. Now, for everyone who didn't really listen to every show in 2020 or 2021, I love you anyway. You joined Patreon. Here you are. But we are doing a top 10 best housewives of 2023. Who I think who are the best housewives of this year? Who had the best year? We are doing a top 10 worst housewives for all you messy people in the back. The worst of always does better than the best of, but we're going to do a whole show on the best of 2020, top 10. We're going to count down. Then we're going to do worst of 2020. And then we're going to do the 5 most shocking moments in Bravo. Just Bravo. It doesn't even have to be Housewives of 2023. So we're doing a best of countdown, best of Housewives, a worst of Housewives, and a top 5 most shocking moments of 2023. All that's coming your way between now and the end of the year. So buckle up, guys. We got a great end of the year here. And Tamra is on one of those lists, best, worst, shocking. So that's what made me think of this. So I don't necessarily disagree with her. Then she says that Tamra is a sugar mama, that she basically bought Eddie a gym, and that Eddie lives off her. I don't necessarily disagree with these things either. And hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. This is 2023. I mean, the woman could be the one that makes all the money and the guy makes less. So what? Who cares? Right? But Tamra has clapped back and she's talking about the gym and the CBD. Girl, I mean, the funny thing is when Tamra came back to Housewives, back to the OC, her big statement was, this and that, and Eddie's okay with it now. Like Eddie's on board. The husbands, I told you guys, I ran into Harry Hamlin like 2 weeks ago. I don't know if you heard that episode. I don't know what episode I talked about it on. And I said to Harry, are you happy to be done with RHOBH? And he was like, fuck yes. He's like, basically like, we're happy. We're never going back. The husbands are always happy, right? When it's over, who wants this? Love Harry. Very love the guy. So, she said, oh, Eddie's okay with it. Eddie's okay. Of course, Eddie is okay with you. You've been off the show for a year plus, and the money that is almost $1 million or is $1 million has gone away. Yes, of course, Eddie is happy. He saw what life is like without housewives. I understand that Eddie would like to live without housewives and still have the money. That ain't how it works. You either put your life out there and you clap back and you're miserable 24 hours a day because you're in this world, or you step away from it and you have peace of mind, but you got to give the $1 million back. So when she says Eddie is now okay with her going back to Housewives, no fucking shit. He missed the $1 million check. Sorry, Tamra. I'm just calling it like I see it. So when Teresa says that, he lives off you and you're a sugar mama and you bought him a gym, he was a personal trainer, I say she's got a lot of points there. Listen, Teresa just said recently on her podcast that she's a very nice person. It came up like a reference to her high school friend. We had an appearance on the podcast by our good friend, housewife historian. And, Teresa's like, yeah, I had friends at high school. And look, I